Hi everyone, so today I'll be doing a review on the Kringle candle 14-ounce 3-wick candle in the scent Grandma's Lemonade. This was a part of a limited edition release with other 3-wick candles. The approximate burn time is 45 plus hours, 100% natural cotton fiber wicks, and 100% soy if I didn't mention that. Fragrance notes: top, lemon juice, mid, pineapple, base, vanilla. The scent description listed online reads, Grandma's Lemonade, a cheerful splash of sun-kissed lemons, just like the ones Grandma squeezed by hand, swirls with juicy pineapple. For a refreshing twist, a dusting of vanilla sugar adds the perfect touch of nostalgia, bringing back memories of warm afternoons, porch swings, and endless laughter. So to first talk about the packaging, I really like that this collection has fragrance notes listed. It chooses 3 to highlight, very similar to, let's say, some Village candle packagings. One thing that I don't really like about it with other Kringle candle labels that I've mentioned in the past before is that you can't really see the flame, so you have to turn it around, but I guess that's okay. And I love that this collection had colored wax. So for Grandma's Lemonade, of course, there's a bright yellow color to mimic, let's say, the color of Meyer lemons. But okay, to talk about the fragrance, I initially didn't pick up a lot on the pineapple, but after smelling it more and more, I do. But it's one of those scents that you really have to search for. It's not one that just immediately jumps out at you, specifically because that zesty lemon is really coming out at the forefront. It kind of overpowers everything else, but it's a very nice lemon note. It's not household cleaner lemon, at least to me, and it's not artificial lemon heads candy. So this one reminds me a little bit of a less sweet and less candied version of sugared lemon zest from Bath and Body Works. So it's slightly more similar to sugar lemonade because sugar lemonade has more of like of a watery feel to it, but it's missing that punch or that zest that sugar lemon zest has. So I feel like this is a good blend of both of those two without it being too artificial. The pineapple note, when I search for it, is very fresh and juiced. And I feel like it's not one of those pineapples that are in syrup or anything. It's not one of those canned pineapples that, like, let's say from the brand Dole. So I like it that this one smells very fresh. So definitely not Dole chunks or syrup pineapple. And the vanilla note, this is a little bit tricky because sometimes it's noticeable to me more than others. So it's not like as creamy as I thought it would be. So I think the vanilla note is just really toning down the sharpness of the pineapple and the lemon from it being too acidic leaning. And I really like the use of it because it really blends the other fragrance notes. Again, heavy on the lemon. You have to be a lemon lover in order to get this candle. And to me, the note is a little bit different from Lemon Sugar Marshmallow from Kringle Candle that was or is a part of the Easter collection. I'm sure will be back. Oh, and I think I completely skipped this part, but the retail price is $24. For the longest time, there was a sale that you buy 3 candles for $33. And then during, I believe, the Labor Day sale, these went under $10. And that is when I scored mine. So I paid about $10 for this candle, not including shipping. Let me change the angle and I'll go over my burn experience. All right, so here's an overhead view of my candle. So on cold, I would give the strength a 7 out of 10 or maybe even an 8 out of 10. And while burning, thankfully, I would give this a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10, as well as great projection, so 7 or 8 out of 10. Without the use of a hurricane, because this candle gives me no issues pulling out. Even at one point in one of my burns, I had to leave the house. So there was a little bit of Klingon wax at the side because I didn't, melt it enough to create an even wax pool. And within the next burn, that completely resolved itself. So I would say this candle is burning medium to strong flames. So just watch out with your burn time or maybe trim your wicks because even that I am in the halfway mark, barely there, but I do see that mushroom tops still form. So I think that's my only issue. I do see a little swirl, but I feel like that's because I didn't pick up all of my wax spits when I used my very clunky wick trimmer. To talk about the first burn, I didn't trim my wicks. And after 30 minutes, I got a very faint scent and it pulled out within 45 to 50 minutes. So at this point, I was a little bit nervous that this was going to be a lighter fragrance. However, during the second burn, that completely changed. Ever since that first burn, I am able to smell this candle within 15 to, I would say, 30 minutes of it being lit. I love it. I have it burning in the corner of my medium-sized bedroom. My central AC is not on because the weather has cooled down and there are no drafts in my room. And when I tell you that this candle is performing so well, I don't have the best experience with Kringle candle 2 wicks, at least in the past before, but this is one candle that renewed my, I would say, my confidence in soy candles specifically, because I just love how this is a guaranteed good candle. There's not that inconsistency of burn, strength, and throw, where one burn you get like, let's say, an 8, and then you get a 5, and then you get a 6. No, I've gotten solid at least 7.5 to 8 out of 10, with the exception of the first burn. So this isn't a candle that you need to burn at the halfway mark in order for it to start throwing. It almost immediately starts throwing, which I'm happy about. And then the scent while burning is pretty similar to the scent on cold. You do get this zesty lemon note, but it's not overly sweet. One thing that I have to note is that some lemonades that I've tried in the past, they lean a little bit more watery. And this one, it just leans like one of those more concentrated lemonades that there's not a ton of water and it's not diluted at all, at least to my nose. And the more that I burn it, the less of that initial sharpness that I got on cold. It's still like zesty, I would say, but I wouldn't say that it's off-putting at all. Really like it. It's slightly mellowed out. And I think that, I don't know if it's just my like imagination, but I feel like more of the vanilla is coming out a bit more. Oh, another great thing about this candle is that it lingers for a good hour or so after extinguishing. This is one of those candles that I have been burning, that they're doing construction in my bathroom in my house. So I've had to have my door closed a few times. And when I tell you that at 1 or 2 times, I thought, oh, should I extinguish the candle? It's getting a bit strong. And that has hardly ever happened with Kringle candles or just soy candles in general. So this one, highly recommend, and I would repurchase. And I'm kind of bummed that I missed out on burning this sooner, so then I would have known to get at least 1 or 2 backups, because the performance overall is great, with the exception of maybe slight mushrooming of the wicks and also like that little black swirl. But again, that could be that some of my carbon balls fell into the wax pool. So overall, I am really impressed by Grandma's Lemonade by Kringle Candle. This 3 wick is performing beautifully. I don't see my wax discoloring. It pulls out like a dream. It throws the scent. It lingers. It's strong. Yeah, I just have nothing but good things to say about this candle. Let me go ahead and turn it so you can see the side. So if you can see, the wax pull is pretty deep, about an inch or so. And my flames are burning a little bit on the medium to strong side. So I would say that you don't even need to burn this in a hurricane. I don't know if the wick clips will loosen up or not, but out of the other 3 wicks that I got from this specific collection, I believe only 2 of them did, which might have been the pistachio one and the melon medley. Again, I love this fragrance. Super excited about how it performed. And I borderline might say that this could be my replacement for Bath & Body Works' White Barn Coarse Scent Sugar Lemon Zest. Yes, I'm going to dare and say that. Or even Sugar Lemonade. I think it's a good combination. I feel like if you were purchasing this candle for the pineapple note, it's very faint. You do get it a little bit, but the star of the show is the bright lemon in here. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling on. Again, great candle. I would repurchase. I am bummed that I didn't get more or test this candle out sooner and buy more during the sale. But yeah, if I see this go down again in price, I will definitely repurchase, and I'm excited to buy more of these Kringle Candle 3 wicks. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.